What drove Quando Rondo, a rising star in the hip-hop industry, into the heart of controversy and danger? From surviving an assassination attempt to losing close friends in tragic shootings, what are the underlying factors that have shaped his tumultuous journey? In this video, we delve into the enigmatic life of Quando Rondo and the recent events that have thrust him into the spotlight once again. What are the motives behind the violence that seems to follow him, and can he ever find peace amidst the chaos? The night King Von died. The story starts on a dreadful night in the year 2020, when Quando Rondo finds himself in the middle of a violent argument that will affect the path that the rest of his life takes. Quando and his group ran upon the brilliant rapper King Von on November 6, 2020 in the parking lot of a nightclub in Atlanta. The confrontation between King Von and his associates and Quando, which led to a physical struggle, was caught on surveillance camera and may be viewed here. Tragically, this argument led to a gunshot, which ultimately resulted in the death of King Von and the imprisonment of Quando's companion, Lil Tim, for the murder of King Von. Quando's life took a dramatic turn for the worse after this confrontation, which landed him in the middle of a storm of controversy and put him in harm's way. The reasons for the fight are still a mystery to this day. A target on his back. As a result of the events that followed King Von's death, Quando Rondo became the focus of significant attention. As a result of the actions of King Von's supporters, he came under great scrutiny and was even the target of threats. He was candid about the difficulties he was facing, including the difficulty of finding venues willing to book him owing to fears over the potential for violence. Specifically, he mentioned the difficulty of finding venues. In many interviews, Quando Rondo has voiced his exasperation at the escalating hostility as well as the death threats that he has received. A history of violence. Since he was a child, Quando Rondo has had run-ins with the law and has been a victim of violent acts on multiple occasions. Growing up with his great-aunt, whom he lovingly referred to as his grandmother, he ran into legal issues at an early age. After getting into a fight with his cousin when he was just 11 years old, he got himself in trouble with the law for simple battery. This event served as the beginning of a contentious relationship with the legal system. After that, he had many violations of his probation, failed drug tests, and spent multiple stays in correctional camps. Quando's journey through the juvenile justice system included house arrest, ankle monitors, camps modeled after military environments, and multiple failed attempts to evade supervision. His troubled upbringing and his tendency for getting into trouble paved the way for a life of crime, beginning with his involvement in thefts and break-ins at a young age. In spite of the difficulties he faced as a child and adolescence, Quando's love of music remained unwavering throughout those years. A shot at redemption. Quando Rondo sought refuge in music in the face of the constant legal problems he was experiencing. Since he was a young child, he had been singing and rapping, and it did not take long for people to notice his skill. His song I Remember gained recognition while he was still making his way through the streets, but it was a chance meeting with NBA YoungBoy that fundamentally altered the path that his life would take in the future. Quando made history in the music industry by becoming the first singer to sign with YoungBoy's Never Broke Again label in June of 2018. This collaboration provided him with an opportunity to break into the music industry and get off the streets. Quando was able to release a number of mixtapes as well as his debut album with YoungBoy's assistance. It appeared as though he had finally broken the cycle of violence and legal problems that had plagued him throughout his boyhood, and his profession was making significant progress. Recent tragic events and departed loved ones. On the other hand, the recent happenings concerning Quando Rondo have once more put a gloomy shadow over his existence. On Thursday, August 18, 2023, word spread that Quando's close buddy Phoenix Odom, also known as Fendi, had been murdered in Savannah. Fendi was also known as Quando. There is still much mystery regarding the events that led to his passing. A little over a day later, Quando was personally involved in a shooting that took place at a petrol station in the Los Angeles area. Although it was initially reported that he had been shot, it eventually became clear that he had managed to avoid injury in the incident. Unfortunately, his companion Lil Pap did not share the same good fortune and passed away from his injuries shortly after being transported to the hospital. The officials are still looking into the specifics of the shooting, but they have a strong suspicion that it was a targeted strike. According to statements made by witnesses who were present at the crime scene, the perpetrators opened fire on Quando and his colleagues while they were at the gas pump. The perpetrators of the shooting escaped the scene, leaving behind a scarred town and a community in mourning. The path that took Quando Rondo from a traumatic childhood to the forefront of the hip-hop industry has been marked by acts of violence, legal problems, and heartbreaking losses. The tragic circumstances that unfolded as a result of the shooting that took place at a petrol station in Los Angeles serve as a sharp reminder of the risks that are frequently associated with stardom in the rap industry. What are your thoughts on our video? Please let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification to our channel before you go. Thank you so much for watching.